Let's start with our first news. Kobby Coington has revealed that a potential matchup with Armen was shut down by the UFC, despite early interest behind the scenes. As both fighters prepare to compete against different opponents at RAF this weekend, new details suggest that things could have played out very differently. Speaking ahead of the event, Kobby shared that there were initial talks about him facing Armen in what could have been a massive crossover matchup. According to him, the idea was exciting, not just for the fans, but for everyone involved in the promotion. However, those plans quickly hit a wall. Kobby explained that the UFC stepped in and made it clear that he is not allowed to compete against any active UFC fighter outside the organization. This restriction immediately ruled out the possibility of facing Armen, even though both fighters were interested. He stated that Armen is at the top of his list of opponents, and it's a fight he genuinely wants. The matchup, in his words, would bring together two high-level athletes who can both talk and perform. Kobby emphasized that they are among the best competitors on the card, capable of delivering both entertainment and elite-level action. Despite the setback, Kobby didn't sound discouraged. Instead, he revealed that he plans to have a direct conversation with Hunter Campbell in the coming weeks. With an upcoming UFC event scheduled in Miami, Kobby is hoping to sit down and discuss everything, including the possibility of making the Armen fight happen in the future. He made it clear that this isn't the end of the story. The interest is still there, and he believes the fight makes perfect sense. From building hype on the mic to delivering inside the cage, Kobby is confident that both fighters would rise to the occasion. For now, the matchup remains off the table, but Kobby's determination suggests this could still develop into something big down the line. Move on to another news. Armen's next UFC fight appears to be officially in the works, as new details have emerged from his camp. In a recent interview, Armen's coach revealed that a fight date has already been set, along with a confirmed opponent, though the specifics have not yet been made public. This update has quickly sparked excitement, as fans have been waiting for clarity on Armen's next move inside the octagon. After staying relatively quiet regarding his future, this announcement signals that everything is now locked in behind the scenes. According to his coach, the preparations are already underway, and Armen is fully focused on what comes next. While the UFC has yet to make an official announcement, the fact that both a date and opponent are secured suggests that it's only a matter of time before everything is revealed. Armen has been on an impressive run, consistently proving himself as one of the most dangerous and well-rounded fighters in the division. His performances have shown a combination of elite grappling, sharp striking, and relentless pressure, making him a serious threat to anyone placed in front of him. With the division constantly shifting, this upcoming fight could play a crucial role in determining his position among the top contenders. A strong showing would only strengthen his case for bigger opportunities moving forward. For now, fans can only wait as the official details remain under wraps. But one thing is certain, Armen is gearing up for a big return, and expectations are already building for what could be another standout performance. Move on to another news. Kamzat could be making a massive move in the near future, as talks of him jumping up to light heavyweight are starting to heat up once again. While his immediate focus remains on his upcoming fight against Sean Strickland at UFC 328, new comments have added serious fuel to the speculation. Kamzat has previously hinted at testing himself in a higher weight class, even going as far as suggesting a potential clash with Alex Pereira earlier this year. At the time, the idea caught many off guard and quickly grabbed attention, showing that Kamzat is not afraid of taking big risks. Now, more voices are adding to the conversation. Israel Adesanya recently revealed that he has heard Kamzat might actually be planning a move up to 205. While Adesanya made it clear that he is comfortable staying at middleweight, he acknowledged that others, including Kamzat, could be heading to a heavier division. Despite all the hype, Dana White previously made it clear that Kamzat still has responsibilities at 185. The expectation is for him to defend his position before seriously considering any permanent move up. That puts even more importance on his fight with Sean Strickland. The matchup itself is already generating huge interest. Kamzat is known for his aggressive, relentless style, often overwhelming opponents right from the start. On the other hand, Strickland brings durability, sharp striking, and the ability to push fights into deeper waters. There is a belief that if the fight goes into the later rounds and Kamzat is unable to secure takedowns, Strickland could create problems. However, Kamzat's explosive pace and pressure make him one of the most dangerous fighters in the division. Fighters around the scene are also weighing in. Some believe Strickland has a real chance if he can defend the early storm, while others are backing Kamzat to continue his dominant run. For now, all eyes are on UFC 328. A strong performance from Kamzat could open the door for even bigger opportunities, including that long-talked-about move to light heavyweight. Move on to another news. Israel Adesanya could be facing a career-defining moment this weekend, as speculation continues to grow about a possible retirement if things don't go his way. With UFC Seattle approaching fast, many in the MMA world are starting to believe this fight could mark the end of an era. Izzy is currently on a tough run, having lost 3 straight fights. When you combine that with his long history across MMA, kickboxing, and boxing, he has already gone through well over 100 professional bouts. That kind of mileage naturally raises concerns about longevity, especially at the highest level of competition. Financially, Adesanya is believed to be more than secure, which only adds to the retirement talk. For a fighter who has already achieved so much, the question now becomes less about ability and more about desire. Henry Cejudo recently weighed in on the situation, and his take has caught serious attention. Speaking on the Pound for Pound podcast, he suggested that Adesanya could indeed walk away if he suffers another loss. According to Cejudo, it's not always about skill declining, but rather a shift in mindset. He explained that fighters often reach a point where their priorities change. The hunger that once drove them begins to fade, and other interests start to take over. In Adesanya's case, he pointed out that Izzy is already exploring different avenues, including DJing and other ventures outside the cage. Cejudo compared it to his own experience, noting that he had already begun focusing on business and content before stepping away. He believes that when fighters start preparing for life beyond competition, it usually signals that the end is near. If Adesanya were to lose this weekend, especially in a convincing fashion, it could be a major turning point. Another setback would not only impact his position in the division, but also reinforce the idea that his time at the top may be over. Even longtime supporters are beginning to acknowledge the possibility. While nothing is confirmed, the stakes couldn't be higher, and this fight may ultimately decide what comes next for one of the sport's biggest names. Move on to another news. Moosar Evov has fired back at Ilia, making it clear that there is no love lost between the two fighters. The tension started building after a viral clip surfaced showing Islam Makhachev speaking about his passion for training and his dream of building a big farm. It was a personal and grounded moment, but things quickly took a different turn. In a separate clip, Ilia mocked Islam during a press conference, saying that after losing their fight, he could go back to his farm and continue herding sheep. The comment sparked reactions online, but Moosar took it to another level. Jumping into the conversation on social media, Moosar went off with a strong and direct response aimed at Ilia. He criticized Ilia's support base, claiming that it comes from blind patriotism rather than actual skill or merit. His words were sharp, calling Ilia's supporters clowns and dismissing the hype surrounding him. Moosar didn't hold back, making it clear that he does not rate Ilia the way others do. The intensity of his reaction caught many fans by surprise, but it may not have come out of nowhere. There is already history between the two. Back at a previous event, Ilia openly criticized Moosar's fighting style, pointing out his lack of finishes inside the UFC. He highlighted that Moosar has multiple decision wins with no knockouts or submissions, and questioned his ability to truly dominate opponents. Ilia even went as far as mocking him, suggesting he needs to finish someone to be taken seriously. Those comments clearly didn't sit well, and now Moosar has responded with full force. While the rivalry continues to build, Ilia's star power is also reaching new heights. It was recently revealed that he has secured a major sponsorship deal with luxury watch brand Richard Mille, a move that signals his growing status in the sport. Deals like this are rare and usually reserved for the biggest names in the game. Between the war of words and rising success, the spotlight on both fighters is only getting bigger, and the tension between them is far from over. Move on to another news. Dana White has shut down recent claims regarding Islam Makhachev's return date, putting an end to the speculation circulating online. Reports initially suggested that Islam would be making his comeback in July, but Dana quickly stepped in to correct the narrative. Responding directly to a post on social media, Dana made it clear with a short but firm message, stating, "Not true, it's August." That response immediately shifted expectations and confirmed that fans will have to wait a little longer to see Islam back inside the octagon. This update strongly suggests that the UFC is preparing something big for that August card. With Islam being one of the promotion's top stars, his return is expected to play a major role in a high-profile event. While no opponent has been officially announced yet, anticipation is already building. Islam has been on a dominant run, establishing himself as one of the most complete fighters in the sport. His return timing is crucial, especially with the lightweight division continuing to evolve. An August fight could set the stage for another major title moment or even a blockbuster matchup. At the same time, attention has also shifted to Alex Pereira, who is making headlines for a completely different reason. Recent updates revealed that Alex is currently weighing in at around 247 pounds, a number that has left fans stunned. What makes this even more incredible is the fact that he previously competed at 185 pounds. That's a massive difference, highlighting just how much his body has transformed over time. Despite the significant weight increase, Alex appears to be handling it with ease. Reports suggest that his physique looks strong, solid, and fully adapted to the added size. Instead of looking slowed down, he reportedly still carries the same dangerous presence that made him a champion. With a potential clash against Cyril Gane being discussed, this weight update only adds more intrigue. A fighter who once cut down to middleweight, now standing comfortably near heavyweight levels, is something that demands attention. Between Islam's delayed return and Alex's incredible physical transformation, the UFC landscape continues to deliver big developments that are shaping upcoming events. Move on to another news. Israel Adesanya has made it clear that he has zero interest in being part of the upcoming UFC White House event, whether that means fighting or even attending as a spectator. Speaking ahead of his next fight, Izzy didn't hold back when addressing the topic. When asked if he had been approached about fighting on the card, Adesanya shut it down immediately. He explained that while there may have been some interest in the past, things have completely changed now. According to him, the current situation no longer appeals to him in any way. Izzy went even further, stating that he wouldn't even show up to watch the event live. Instead, he made it clear that he would rather stay at home in New Zealand and view it from the comfort of his own space. That statement alone shows just how uninterested he is in being involved. This stance may not come as a huge surprise to those who have been following his recent comments. Earlier this year, Adesanya already hinted that the idea of fighting at such an event didn't excite him. He pointed out that the atmosphere might not feel the same, especially if the crowd is filled with corporate figures rather than real fight fans. For a fighter like Izzy, who has always thrived on energy and connection with the audience, that difference clearly matters. The thought of performing in an environment that doesn't match that intensity seems to be a major factor behind his decision. At this stage of his career, Adesanya appears to be more selective about the opportunities he chooses. Rather than chasing every high-profile event, he seems focused on what truly motivates him and aligns with his mindset. With his upcoming fight just around the corner, his attention is firmly locked in on the task at hand. The White House card may generate buzz, but for Izzy, it's something he is completely content ignoring.